I'll go ahead and unmute everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Tuesday Different Makers Zoom. I am so excited that you guys are able to join us today. And if you've been with Isagenix for a while, welcome to support and help empower and encourage other people to hopefully improve their lives like Isagenix has improved ours. And I also want to welcome anyone that is brand new that has been invited here. And you know, I want you guys to know that I am here to help you. I hope this Zoom helps you make the best decision for your health, for your wealth, for your family. And I feel like the more we know, the better and more informed decisions we can make in our lives. So my name is Christina Potter. I am in beautiful mountains of North Carolina. I have personally been with Isagenix for over 5 years. And it's been the most amazing blessing I could ever imagine. And let me make sure I mute everybody. Okay. Can you guys see me okay? All right, just making sure. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen for a second and let you know a little bit about this beautiful company called Isagenix. And I need to move this out of the way. Sorry, guys. All right. So Isagenix. Isagenix is a phenomenal company that's been around for over 18 years. It is a company that has been built on integrity and has been built on the foundation of, I don't know how to say this, it's been built to help people improve their lives. Okay, my computer just froze. I am so sorry, guys. I do not know what's going on here. I can share screens. I can stop share. There we go. I'm gonna stop the share and go this way. Now I can go to the Zoom. Ah!
You know, you were good.
I was good, but it was frozen. I couldn't touch any buttons.
Oh.
So that's like, right now I'm seeing my slides, but I can't see my Zoom. There we go. I'm back to the Zoom. So I can go ahead and try this again. I just won't make it as big as I normally do. So here, Isagenix, like I said, everything you hear on this Zoom are personal stories. And they're stories that have been achieved through hard work with the right foundation. So Isagenix is providing us the foundation, and it's up to us to keep building on that. So built on integrity, the vision to impact world health. Our mission statement is to create the world's greatest health and wellness product and business opportunity together to transform lives both physically and financially. And I hope you got some tissue boxes because you're gonna hear some stories tonight that might require some of that. It blends the best of science and nature, quality, nutrition, convenience, and simplicity. Health is the foundational pillar of living a magnificent life. Without health, we've got nothing. And I think now more than ever, we are realizing that our health and preventive health is better than trying to catch up and trying to fix the problem. It's kind of like when you have a car and you have your little check oil light comes on. If you don't take care of that, the next light's going to come on is going to be your check engine light, and you really don't want your check engine light, right? So company, like I said, 18 years in business, multi-billion dollars in sales. It is in 18 markets. We have phenomenal success story. You have 314 millionaires as far as the financial part goes, and a gazillion six-figure income earners. I don't know how else to say. I can't even count. I'm like, I don't even know if Isagenix know. And we offer solutions for weight loss, performance, vitality, and well-being, personal care, beauty, and financial wellness. We have some core products that will help you achieve your physical transformation. And it's also the foundation, the pillars towards your building your business. I hope with this video you become inspired and motivated by these amazing transformations. And I think I am gonna go straight to Robert, because I want you guys to take a look at this picture. Okay, now Robert is a 56-year-old young man that has been his story, I mean, I put on there, he's no stranger to hard life. When I say that, that's an understatement. And I'm sure he's gonna touch on that. And this is the part where I told you guys you need your tissue box. He went from being in a valley, like deep down at the bottom, to going all the way to the top. And he's gonna share with you how he's done that. So Robert, if you want to, please unmute you and let's inspire some people. Tell us what Isogenics has done for you. Wait, you're not muted. Okay, I'll unmute you. There you go.
Hi, everybody. Hope you can hear me. I'm good. All right, I'm Robert Spector, Robbie Spector on Facebook. I'm 56 years old as of Saturday. I have a puppy named Benji, and I have a girlfriend. Her name is Wendy, and we all live together. And it's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And I will tell you, I never had that. In 2012, I was always a competitor, bodybuilding competitor, and I got sick. I had atrial fibrillation, and my lungs filled up with fluid on 4 times, and they had to do taps to pull out the fluid. And then the rib cage between the ribs and the exterior of the skin were brushing together like that, which is extremely painful. So for 1.5 years, they put me on severe pain medication, which I got addicted to and almost died. And I got sober January of 2013, and that's what I looked like when I got sober. And that's what I look like 2 years later. Now I show you these pictures. Did you see that? Were you able to see it?
No, you gotta put it a little bit higher.
Okay, tell me.
Yeah, there you go. Farther away. That's perfect.
Okay, the left is when I got sober, January of 2013, and the right was 2 years later using the cleanse product and the shakes. And I did something really interesting. See, my sponsor is a guy named Tony Mandrich, who was really big in Isogenics, and he was a football player for the Green Bay Packers. And so I came back from Las Vegas, completely lost, really having a difficult time withdrawing. I knew I needed to get sober, and he showed up on my Facebook page. So I was like, all right, I messaged him. I said, Tony, I've heard your story about the NFL being addicted to drugs, and you got clean, and now I'm addicted to drugs, and can you help me? And this man says to me, remember, I came home, I prayed to God before I got home to help me, prayed to my father who had been dead since 1982, and I come home and Tony Mandrich is looking at me on my page. So I messaged him. He said, where are you? I said, I'm in Scottsdale. He said to me, so am I. So I was like, okay. He goes, be at my office at 12 o'clock. He gave me the address. That was it. So I went and saw him, and then he said, listen, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you get sober. I just want you to do 3 things to me every day. I want you to contact me every day. Tell me that you're going to a meeting to get help. And I want you to start putting good nutrition in your body. I want you to flood your body with good nutrition. I go, what does that mean? He said, give me your credit card. And I was like, I just met this guy. So I gave him my credit card. Next thing you know, a big box from Isogenics showed up, and he said, I want you to start cleansing because your cells are so screwed up right now. I was like, whatever, Tony. You tell me to jump 100 feet in the air every day, I'll do it. So I started taking the product. That coupled with spiritual growth, that coupled with getting help in many different areas of my life. And next thing you know, and I also said, so this is what I believe, people. We have to have a vision. So I said, my vision was, and this may be far-fetched, remember that kind of chubby guy? I said, I want to be an Abercrombie and Fitch model. Kind of close, That's what I said. I want to be an Abercrombie and Fitch model. Now I'm only 5'8", so I really would rather be like maybe a Gap model. But anyways, I got the body. The thing is to sustain it. My regimen every day is proper food. I work. I talk to other people about this. I involve other people. I have men and women under me now that do what I say, and they're just dropping weight and being happy. They're being happy. And they call me up and they said, I don't think I can do the cleanse. And I said, well, can you do anything for a day? yeah, but it's really hard. I go, no, really hard is getting sober. And that's really hard. Not eating for a day and drinking something that's going to sustain me is easy, you know? And so they'd have nothing to say to me. No one can say to me, well, yeah, I saw what you went through. You almost died. I literally almost died. So a cleanse is going to kill me? No, it's easy. So my regimen every day now is I'm going to be doing another show in December at 56 years old. By the way, I ended up winning. That picture you showed at the beginning, I won. And I'm competing again in December, a national show. And I have nothing to prove other than I just want to do it because I believe I always have to have goals. So my vision now, I see myself holding a trophy on stage in Pittsburgh at a national competition winning. And I see it. How did I meet Wendy? I saw her. I had to call her and she called me back and we've been together ever since. I saw that. So anything, if you're in a bad relationship and it's toxic, cleanse it. Just cleanse it, okay? Get rid of it. Get rid of nothing that doesn't serve you. Even if he's sitting in your living room right now, tell him to leave. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, tell him to
No
leave.
kidding. No kidding. Yeah, tell him to leave.
Yes.
Quarantine or
Toxicity.
not, speaking from
Right.
experience.
Toxicity, if it doesn't serve my better self and make me a better person, then it has to go. So that's the same thing with food. You know, I love pizza. I love pizza, but it doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve me. Can I eat it occasionally? Yeah, but I don't enjoy it. I enjoy feeling good. So I'm sober today. That's the most important thing I do every day is stay sober. The next thing is important to do is to treat my girlfriend like a queen and treat my dog the best I can. And as if I do those two things every day and thank God for being sober, then what else do I have to do? I have a very tight circle of people around me, good people. And believe me, toxicity likes to find me and I have to be like, no. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Here's a good thing. If your partner takes more time in the mirror, if you're a woman and your partner takes more time in the mirror than you, get rid of him. Okay? Okay? Get rid of him. If he takes more selfies, get rid of him. Okay? Serving my woman and my life today and my family. You know, I lost my whole family when I was in trouble. They said, you die, you die. We can't do this. Today, I have an amazing relationship with all of them. So there's no price to be paid. Yes, I cycle. Yes, I make income from isogenics, but it's so not important because it's just a part of doing this, you know?
That is so beautiful. Go ahead, sorry.
I'm in the mortgage business. I've been doing it for 30 years. I just have to run.
Not that good right now, right?
Oh, it's great. It's actually great right now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The rates are the lowest they've ever been, but I've been doing it a long time. I have a boss that trusts me. You know, I have people that trust me. It's just, my life is so much better. I can look you all and say, if you're not happy, I want you to do one thing. If you're not happy, just when you get off the phone, I want you to do one thing. Look in the mirror and ask that person looking back at you, why are you not happy? And write down what's not serving you. And write down your vision of what you want to be. I know millionaires. I know Tracy O'Malley. I know Jill Bowman personally. I know these people. Daphne Evans Herbst. I know these people. I saw Tracy when she had one person under her. Today she's like ridiculous. And she had to build her own, she had to build her own leg. She was on a dead leg. That didn't stop her. She said, I'm on a dead leg, I'll build it.
I love what you shared and how you were clear on your vision, because I really feel like we're here to, you know, and like how you said you have a team and a support, and I feel like, you know, together we can go and achieve so much more. And we all have, you know, days when it's like, hey, you know, I don't feel like doing this, I don't feel like, but when you know that there are other people, you know, depending and counting on you to either lead or to be side by side with them, or, you know, to just show them the way, and to know that there is so many other Robbies out there that are struggling with addiction, or that have that vision of them on stage holding that trophy, and because you're sitting on your butt on the couch watching Netflix, you can't serve them, right?
I got to tell you this. I was walking to a car dealership, and I was walking to the dealership getting my car serviced, and there was this new Jaguar sitting on the floor. And I walked past it, and I saw that Jaguar in my garage. And I will tell you, 48 hours later, it was in my garage. Not that a car means anything. It's just I wanted it. I envisioned it. I sent it to the universe, and it happened. I wanted this body. I envisioned it. I sent it to the universe. It happened. So if you're not getting what you want, it's because you're envisioning not the proper thing. See, if a negative thought carries as much power as a positive thought, I'll never have a good relationship. I'll never have a good relationship. And you don't have one because you sent it out. And then you can say, see, I told you. So the last thing I'll say is, if you're not getting it, I want you to put a big thing on your mirror and say, why not me? I can, I will. And put what you want, and I promise you, you'll get it.
I would add I must. So I can, I will, I must. I would put the three together. Now, for those of you that are on this Zoom that don't know our team and don't know our company, I have never met Robbie face to face. I literally reached out to him. He's part of, our groups and our team, and we're all one team. And I reached out to him and I said, hey, your story is inspiring. Would you mind sharing it on our Zoom? And he did that. This is the community.
I got to say one real important thing. There's a woman that signed me up to Isagenix because after Tony, he left. I had like 5,000 people under me. I stopped doing it, which I regret now, because I had 2 million or a million BV. Yeah, a million BV, and they took it all away from me. And but I have a career, but I was kind of upset at that. So then Stacy Harris Perlino, who I've known for 19 years, her and I knew each other 19 years ago, and terms didn't end well. And she told me she would never talk to me again. And that hurt me because she was a good friend of mine. 19 years later, she shows up on Facebook and says, hey, I'm doing Isagenix, and I heard you used to do that. You want to do it again? And I did. And today, Stacy is one of my dearest friends. So we always say, forget about Isagenix. Look what it did. Look what it did. It rekindled a relationship of friendship, which is more important to me than money.
And on the other side, I mean, I can't, it's on my heart, I have to say this. I cannot, you probably wouldn't be here talking to us and sharing your story if you hadn't cleansed your body. And once you cleanse your body, you learn to cleanse your mind, and you've connected to positive people, because I bet you anything that the old you that was on drugs, that was rock bottom, that did all that stuff, you had that negative thought, you toxified your body and your mind. And I want everyone to understand that, we're here to partner with you, whoever you are, whether you're on our team or whether you're considering joining this team and this company. We're here to partner to help you add maybe 5, maybe 10, maybe 20 years to your life, maybe a few zeros to your bank account, maybe a few relationships, maybe your phone doesn't have a lot of friends, right? I guarantee you that once you join our company, you'll have friends on your friend list or your Facebook that you can travel across the world, and they will open the door and invite you with open arms. I know, and I know that from personal experience because I have done that. The Isagenix doesn't just fuel your body. Isagenix doesn't just fuel your mind. Isagenix fuels your soul. I don't know how else to say it, but it's like it fuels your soul, and it takes the broken piece. Go ahead.
I had the honor. I was at Jill Bowman's, her and her husband. That's how we're in Arizona, and that's how Isagenix was brought to us. Her husband was sick, and so Jill was, I think, in Oregon and saw like an ad for Isagenix just on a table like 8 years ago, and so she got it. And today she has 4 business centers. Her husband just died. Andy just died about 6 months ago. I went to the funeral. Yeah. And it was just amazing to see the outpouring of love, and how many people, I mean, thousands they have helped, and Andy still lives, because he helped me. And I had the honor at one of Jill's presentations, this woman, she's kind of demure, and I sat in the front row, and she sat next to me. Very humble, very pretty, very humble, was very conversing with me. And it was Kathy Coover. I had no idea. I'm sitting next to Kathy Coover, who started this thing. And what I loved about her was she's so humble. Like, she doesn't say, hi, I started Isagenix. Because God wouldn't have given this to them, or the universe wouldn't let them do this if they were going to be arrogant and pompous and say it's all about money. They had to be humble, beautiful people. So we're all an offshoot of that.
Thank you.
I love you all. Hey, thank you so much for reaching out to me.
My pleasure.
If you want to friend me, if you guys want to friend me, it's Robbie Spector. If you want to watch my journey to be continued, you know, because I am getting married next April, and as soon as this virus gets away, we're getting married. And
thank you so much
I love you all.
for your time. We love you too. And your story, I know it will impact, because I know there are other people out there just like you looking for a solution to maybe detox their life, their body, or to just take it to the next level. So
anything I can do to help.
So grateful. Thank you so much. If you don't mind, unmute yourself. Thank you. I want you guys, you know, this video is, this Zoom is for the people that have no idea what Isogenics is about. And it's also for our team to understand what we have to offer, to take it to the next level, right? It's like, if you're looking at, and if you're new to this and you're watching this for the first time, if Robbie doesn't inspire you, we need to talk. Message me privately, because or message him privately. He'll fix that. Message whoever got you on this call, and ask them, it's like, hey, how can I get in contact with Robbie? How can I get in contact with Christina or anyone else you hear on here to hear more about their story? But you know, you gotta, like he said, you have to have a vision. What's your ideal life? What's your ideal body? What's your ideal bank account? And when I think bank account, like he was talking about cars, I mean, I've had Maserati, I've had all kinds of stuff in houses and all this stuff. It's not about that. It's about how can you help other people? When, especially now with what's going on in the pandemic, Isogenics has donated like, what, millions or like hundreds of thousands of dollars? I don't even know. I can't even keep track. We're giving back. The more you have, the more you give. It's not about me. It's not about me. I have money coming in my bank account every Monday. I have the nutrition in my body. It's about you, the one that hasn't tried it yet, right? So if you don't, first you have to get a clear vision. Second, you have to say, okay, where will I be in 5 years, in 1 year, in 10 years, in whatever, if I don't change anything? Because if you don't take that necessary step, and yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yeah, it's not going to be, you know, like easy peasy. But if you don't take that step, where will you be in 5 years from now? I would give anything. And I was talking to Debbie earlier today. I would give anything to me 5 years ago when I started, should have like gone back in the past 5 years and tell myself 10 years ago, you should start this stuff. Like I would have loved to have this stuff in my veins, 10 years ago. People, I promise it's legal. It might sound like crack, but it's legal, all right? So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen once again. And I want you to introduce you guys to Abby. Abby is 51 years young. I mean, honestly, you saw Robbie and he's like 56 and doesn't even look it. And when you think of a 56-year-old, you think of someone that, starts to hunch back, and because that's what society's told us right now. Debbie, I love you, please don't. But you know what I mean, like the stereotype, right? Just like I was told by my doctor when I had gained weight because I had all these digestive issues, that I was premenopausal and I need to get used to it, because once I age and once I had so many kids, stuff just doesn't go back together the way it should. And I'm like, no, that's not a good thing. So Abby's 51 years young. She's her transformation is beyond this picture. And I want you guys, I'm just gonna stop the share and I'm just gonna go to her. Do you mind unmuting yourself, Abby, and bring out the tissue box, guys? Get ready.
Hello. I'm first, Christina, I thank you so much. I was like so pleasantly shocked that I got, asked to do this. So it's like it's a real badge of honor. And knowing that I've in some way motivated or encouraged someone to start their own journey because of what I've done. Thank you so much. My story is, I had actually tried Isogenics about 11 years ago when I was living up in New York. And by the way, my little story is actually going to start with Frank Hernandez and it's going to end with Frank Hernandez, and you'll see why. So I used to work out with Frank. I was actually a client of his. So I used to train with him, and someone had introduced him to Isogenics, and he said, let's give this a try. And I said, okay, and tried it, and I liked it. But then all of a sudden, the person who had introduced us kind of just went away. So, and we didn't know at the time that we could keep going with this. So fast forward, in November of 2016, I had relocated from New York to Florida. There were many extenuating circumstances that made that decision for me. The biggest one was that my father had been diagnosed with lung cancer in the summer of 2016. And for me, the choice to move down was so I could, I had my own things going on in my life, some personal things I was dealing with, but also the important thing was that I was there to spend that time with him. So I had those last few months with him, and I was happy that I was able to do that, and also to be there for my mother. By the way, sidebar to this, my mother, the silver fox named Phyllis, is on the Zoom tonight. So
welcome, Mama.
Mom is 75 years young, and she's feisty, and she's sassy, and says what's on her mind. And at the time, after we lost my dad, I kind of took on the responsibility of taking care of her. Not that she needed taking care of per se, but I guess I'm in some ways like an empath, so I kind of take on people's pain and like, so they don't have to feel it, but at the same time, what that did is it pushed mine kind of to the back burner, and in turn it pushed my health to the back burner, and before I knew it, I had put on 30 pounds. I wasn't eating right, and I wasn't feeling good, and at the time I didn't care, because for me that wasn't important, but I just didn't feel great, and I was still working out, but what difference did it make if I was just canceling it out by putting junk food in my body? So yeah, I just crap in and crappy on the inside, crappy on the outside, and then lo and behold, in December of 2018, Frank comes along and again, and we've always kept in touch. We talk all the time, and he said that he was reintroduced to this, and he said, let's try this again. And I remembered how good I felt when I was on it the first time. So I decided to give it a try again. And, it just, this time around, it just amazed me. I actually started paying attention to how it actually made me feel. And one of the things, besides the fact that I started losing weight again, all of a sudden, just other things started falling into place. I was getting my confidence back. I was just little things that, these non-scale victories that people talk about, like just the way like a shirt fits on me, or a pair of jeans that I hadn't worn in 5 years fits. And it just, I get very emotional about this, but this was a gift. This was a gift. This was a gift that I was given. This was a gift that I took, and I ran with it. And I just knowing that this gift of nutrition, this amazing nutrition, and they didn't have all the amazing stuff, all the amazing products back then that they have now. So for me, it's like, there's no reason not to have this in your life. There is something for everyone. There is from the weight loss to the performance products, the cleanse, everything. And it's, I want to share this with as many people as I can, which is why, like, that before and after picture I'm putting on there, that picture was from about 1.5 years ago. It's probably right before I started. And even now, I don't like to be so braggadocious or anything, but I'm like, oh my God, what a difference. What a difference. It just makes me feel so good. And I just love, I love being able to share this with people. And I'm going to share it with as many people as I can. And, I posted a while back.
I don't mean to interrupt, but could you tell us how many pounds you lost?
Oh, I lost those 30 pounds plus another 5.
Okay.
So, I'm still going. So, I mean, you know, I posted something, a content piece a while back where, and I'm sure you guys have heard it before, where they say it's not a short-term diet, it's a long-term lifestyle change. So this is something that I'm so glad I made this change, and there's no reason people shouldn't use this. I mean, it is genuinely life-changing for me.
Well, you did it twice over, so that's a good enough reason.
Yeah, and you know, it just, and again, I'd be remiss if I didn't go back to, like I said, I started with Frankie, I'm gonna end with Frankie. If it wasn't for him, you know, you guys, always talk about people having a serving heart. Get your tissues ready. You know, this guy, he's just, he never gave up on me, ever. I tested him. I know I tested him, but he just absolutely refused. He absolutely refused, and you know, he saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, that I can be better. And, you know, and he didn't want to see me quit. So, and also, and to that end, also, everybody on here, I can't tell you how much I love coming on to these calls, these Tuesday calls, the Monday call, all of them, because everybody's story is different. Everybody's story is different, and it's motivating, and it's inspiring, and this is, you know, I've got friends. I got a group of friends, but this is like a true community where just everybody, oh God, I mean, I love you guys. It's just, you made me, there's so much love in here.
We love you too, Abby.
I really do. I really do. I didn't cry that much.
So, yeah, you didn't, but you made us cry. I'm sure your mama's crying. I can't see her on the screen, but, you know, what's your favorite product? Debbie asked, what's your favorite product? I'm just
what's my favorite product?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm having a little bit of conflict here, because the Dutch chocolate shakes were my favorite, but I recently started using the strawberry, and I don't know, it might take over.
Have you tried mixing 1 scoop of each?
I have. Okay. I have, and you know, so I can't choose. They're just.
Yeah. Well,
so
thank you so much, beautiful. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so grateful that, you know, Frankie said yes twice and brought you over to our team.
Me too.
Because, you know, that's what it's about. It's not keeping this a secret. It's once you feel amazing, you want to stand on top of the mountain and scream and let the world know. Yeah. And it's not a, yeah. It has nothing to do with the, and I always tell people, I'm like, I know there's a financial part to it, and it's like I said, it's another way to give back, right? Mm-hmm. But to me, it's like, if Isogenics did not pay us, I promise who on here that is already on Isogenics, if they wouldn't get paid, they would still use the products and they would still recommend them, right? Like, I think everybody. So it's just, and the thing is like, you don't know what you don't know. It's like we're all stuck in our little comfort zone, and we think that, you know, you have to cut down on your calories, or you have to, you know, bust your butt on the gym, or you have to do this and this and that. And then you learn to do better. And then all of a sudden Isogenics shows up, and it is the solution for like all of our problems. Like, for me, it was the answer to all of my prayers. And I know that
it's also taught me better eating habits too.
Yes. And like we were talking earlier, it's a foundation. It's not, and you said, you know, it's a marathon, is not a sprint. And if we have the right foundation, the house won't crumble. And I think that's why so many people try and they have diets and they feel like, oh, you know, look, I lost 20 pounds on this diet and on that diet and that. And I'm like, yeah. And a year later you gain all of that and then some back.
They're giving something else. They're giving stuff up, and you don't have to give anything up here. That's what's so amazing about it.
Yes.
So
thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
I really appreciate it. If you don't mind, unmute yourself. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen once again. You are beautiful. I am so grateful for you being on this team. I'm going to give you and Frankie a hug next time when we get together. Thank him for bringing you into our team, and, you know, you for being here. our team is phenomenal. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, I believe that Isagenix has the power to influence your life no matter at what stage. I truly believe that Isagenix has the ability, the tracks to run on. My foreign redneck came out. To run on, to take you from where you are to where you want to be. And I asked you earlier, it's like, you know, where would your life be if 5 years from now, if you wouldn't say yes, right? If you're not going to change something, where will it be? Will it be in the same place? And I truly believe that this is the right company. This is the right product. This is the right team. You can see we're lots of fun and we give lots of hugs. If you're an introvert and you're on our team, you switch over to like extrovert quick. It's a mandatory thing. I mean, it's Debbie sets the bar so high for all of us, we just can't keep up with it. So how much longer are you going to put yourself in the back burner? You know, you heard from Abby how she put herself in the back burner, and we put other people's first. And with that being said, I'm gonna bring out Louissa. Louissa, you're here, right, baby? Louissa Dyer has been with us for about 5 years. She's two-star crystal executive. She's a cancer survivor. She's a mother of 2, and she's also a personal trainer. But her story goes way beyond those qualifications and pre-qualifications or whatever you want to call them. This beautiful woman has changed her blueprint in life. And she's going to go in and explain to you guys what Isagenix has done financially, and not just in her bank account, but in her heart, and how it's helped her grow to a level of self-development and personal growth that, you know, most of us can't even imagine. So Louissa, baby, where are you?
I'm here.
I love you. Thank you so much for being on here and sharing with us.
Of course. Thanks for asking me to share again. And it's so nice to see a lot of faces here. It's been a while. So anyways, you guys, the last time I was here, I shared a little bit about my cancer story. And so tonight, Christina asked me if I would share my financial story with you guys. So let me take you back just a little bit. So back to 2010, I was living the life that I thought was perfect. I had a beautiful home, was married, not to the Jeff that we all know, but a different Jeff. And, you know, we had all the nice cars. We had a second home in Hawaii. We had what everybody would think is this life. We had everything, right? And one day I came home and it was pretty much pulled out from underneath me because my Jeff at the time wanted a separation. And I can't really, you know, explain to you how devastating that is when, you know, you feel like you've got this whole life, you've got your family, and all of a sudden it just gets pulled out. And it's been a while, you guys. It's kind of weird to talk about this, and Jeff's in the room too, so it's really a little bit interesting. But you know, the hardest part was my family. You know, I felt like a failure. There wasn't an affair or anything that had gone on. He just left. So for me, it really crushed my confidence. Like, what did I do? You know, why would he leave? Like, we have this family and I thought everything was great. I mean, you know, and like no marriage is perfect, but so it took me a good year, you guys. I was like in some serious therapy, like twice a week. I really had to work on healing myself and pulling myself together. So sorry, you guys, because I haven't talked about this in a long time. But there's a good ending to this story, so let me just get through this part. So let's fast forward, okay? So I do all the work. I dove into personal development. I did it all. I knew that that was not going to define me, and that I had been a cancer survivor for the love of goodness. Like, I am a fighter. Like, I could do this, right? And so bit by bit, piece by piece. And then in 2015, an old school friend of mine, Justin, posted something about his transformation, this before and after picture. And I thought, all right. Now, I'm a trainer, you guys, so I'm just going to be honest. I didn't believe in shakes and products and things. I kind of thought all those things were like just marketing, and there weren't really, but for some reason, and I can't really say it other than that I think it was just a God thing, that I just said, I don't know, I was curious enough. So maybe a little bit of time goes by, I see him post again, and he's like, oh, I'm doing this nutrition, and it's, you know, and I feel great. And anyway, so I messaged him and I said, okay, Justin, what's up with this thing? And because I knew him from high school, I kind of knew he was kind of like this hippie dude who was really into healthy stuff and, you know, and working out and surfing. So I kind of knew he wasn't going to do anything that wasn't going to be kind of on the up and up. So I think I did a 3-way call with either Shelly or Debbie. I can't remember. It was Debbie. Okay. And I just remember going, okay, well, I've got to do the science. I got to check this out because I'm a science girl. And having had the history of cancer, I'm very, very diligent about what I put in my body. It has to be clean, no artificial ingredients, no sucralose, all those things. You know, I know things that aren't good for us and I'm not going to put them in my body. And everything kind of checked out pretty good, you guys. So I ordered it. And I actually ordered it because I was looking for something for my clients at the time. At the time I was training, I had a small home gym and I wanted something for my clients. I didn't at this time even think this was for me. It didn't even know there was a business attached to it. It was just, like I said, this story kind of will unfold here in a second. So I ordered these, you know, I ordered the box, and then like that night, Jeff comes home and I tell him, I'm like, well, you remember my friend Justin? And he was a little weird about it at the time because he's like, why are you following this old dude from high school on Facebook? And why are you wasting your time? And I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just trust me, you know? And so the next thing I know, I'm ordering another box. Right now I'm into this thing for like $1,300 because of course we bought the value pack, and then I bought another one, you know, and at the time Justin and Nikki were super new, so they didn't know anything. They just did what they were told. They're like, well, you do the value pack, and okay, well, you know what? If you're going to order them, we're just going to put it underneath you. And I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, so we signed up Jeff. We get our boxes. We get these 2 ginormous boxes. And in 2 days, Jeff wakes up and he's like, he doesn't even know what's going on. Now, Jeff shared on here a couple weeks ago, Jeff was in some terrible car accidents. He had a lot of neck pain. He was in constant pain actually for years. And so when he woke up out of bed that morning and he just said, like, what the F is happening? I thought something was wrong. Like he was having a heart attack, or I don't know. Like, I didn't know. I thought something bad was happening. But he was saying, I don't know what is in this stuff. He's like, but I haven't felt this good in so long. That was what he said. And it took me about 3 weeks for that kind of feeling, but I knew the fog was lifting. I knew I was feeling better. I was starting to have more natural energy. I was starting to sleep better, which is huge because I was always having a hard time with sleep. So anyways, you guys, that was kind of the whole, so once that happened, we just started sharing. I literally just started telling my friends, and, you know, over a couple of months, you guys, we shared with quite a lot of people. And I can tell you that ever since we started, so it was March 2015, so April 2015 was the first time we got like a payday, I guess, you know, because I'd enrolled Jeff, right? So I got a PIB, and I've been paid every single Monday since that April 2015. It's like 5 years. And I can say that I am not one of these people who's like been a rising star. I haven't, you know, shot up in the, you know, but we've steadily just shared. We've steadily, you know, with the ebbs and flow of our family and our life. So, you know, my son was in school. I volunteered a lot. I, you know, did lots of things, and my family was always first. So I built it, you know, the way that it works for my family. But what a blessing that income has been for me, you guys. I mean, it was life-changing, because just imagine you went from that life before to I had just that alimony. I didn't have income. I didn't have a job. I had been a stay-home mom for almost 12 years now. And the business that I'd left before was mortgage banking. And I didn't want to go back to it. I hated it. It was stressful. I didn't like dealing with all of the, I just didn't like dealing with it. And I knew I wasn't going to go back to it. And personal training was great and rewarding, and I loved it, but it's exchanging your time for dollars. If I had customers cancel on me, sure, you know what, I could get a cancellation fee, but I was never going to be able to earn that income that, to have that lifestyle again. And not that I wanted that lifestyle again, you guys, but it was the freedom. I wanted the freedom. I wanted to spend the days with my family. I wanted to spend the days the way I wanted to, because of that growth journey that I had went through. I mean, I had just transformed so much. So all those things no longer mattered, but the freedom, of choosing for myself, choosing for my family, that's priceless. And some of the things I've been able to do because of my income, I've been able to stay home, obviously. I've been able to support and volunteer my son's school, our church. I've been able to, I sponsored 2 young gentlemen from Nigeria for several years. I was their host mom. They came here and they played sports at my son's private school. They would never have had that opportunity to come here if they didn't have a home to come to. And when the coach had come to me, you know, in Jared's freshman year, and he said, listen, you know what, the gentleman who had sponsored him, these 2 boys, and had promised money to pay for their tuition, has decided to revoke that money. And it was a terrible thing. And they just said, you know, do you think you could pray about opening your home, you know, even to one or just for a year, and we'll try to figure something else out. Anyways, one of them, we ended up splitting one of the other one, so just it would be easier. But Amazon stayed with us, graduated, and he's actually going to be graduating college this year, and I'm so proud of him and I'm so excited. But you guys, that was just such a beautiful blessing. I would never ever been able to take on that extra person in my home if I didn't have that extra income from Isogenics. And now that I'm back here with my mom is, she's healthy in every other sense of the way, but she has a little bit of issues with memory. So that's what brought me back from Arizona here to California. And now I'm able to be here with her because I don't have a job that I have to leave. I can work from home. I can work from wherever I need to be. I can do her appointments with her. There's just so many things, you guys, that my life has been completely blessed by this company and just this industry of network marketing. And I just think in closing, there's a few things I just wanted to say to you guys. If somebody invited you tonight to watch for the first time, please reach back to them and thank them. Thank them that they cared enough to ask you to come watch this. Because that question alone might have been one of the scariest things that they ever had to do, is to ask somebody to come watch something. And so just you know, even if you're not interested or it's not the right time, reach back to that person and just say thank you. Thank you for caring enough to invite me to listen and learn. So that's the first thing. And the other thing I want to say is that, you know, you guys, lead your business with your heart and do what's right for you. And, you know, there's a lot of people that'll say this business is this and that. And, you know, and I had a lot of negative beliefs too when I first started, because I believed what other people had told me, and that, you know, network marketing was a bad business and it's a pyramid scheme and, oh, nobody makes money and all these other things, right? But I didn't really research that industry. I just kind of took on those beliefs. And as I got more into the business and got into more training, I learned, like, well, why do I believe this? And so I questioned it myself. And then when I researched it, I'm like, well, wait a minute, this business is incredible. You tell me where else I can start a business for $29, buy my food, consume it, and have no overhead, no inventory, don't have any employees. I don't have to, you know, have boxes to ship out or take returns. You know, I mean, everything is here, all the training, all the support, and this amazing community of people. And like Christina and so many others had said before, I mean, you come in, you do the products, you learn a little bit about it, but then the best part about this is you gain these friendships and relationships with people that, you know, like I just know like that I will have these relationships for a lifetime. And I have vacationed with several of you people that are on this thing tonight.
We're planning a trip to Costa Rica, guys.
That's right, in June. And so you guys, I think that's where I'll end that. But like I said, if you're coming in here for the first time and you're thinking about this, just, I don't know, jump in and take a leap of faith. I mean, you have really nothing to lose. But maybe you might lose some weight. You might make some new friends. You might
lose some bad habits.
You might lose some bad habits. But you know, you might, like, for what happened for me, this started off as what it was. It led into like doing a business, which now it's not even just a business anymore. This is like really our mission field, because we know what we're doing is helping so many people, bringing solutions to so many families, whether it's getting healthier, whether it's helping them have some extra income to make ends meet, or to have freedom, like that's what I was hoping and searching for, or whatever, or beyond, to be multimillionaires, to be the biggest earners in the company, whatever. It's up to you what you want, but it's there for you if that's what you choose. So
Thank you
anyways,
so
thank you guys
much, Louisa. Thank you so much. I told you guys, I told you she's gonna make you cry, and she cried with us. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for sharing your story once again. I know without a doubt that your story it's gonna be inspiring some people out there, because just like you, there are other moms out there that are, you know, they went from, you know, maybe having it all to being a single mom. You know, I was a single mom, and I know the struggle, right? Or just like you know, has a sick parent or a sick child, or not necessarily sick, but one that requires your attention and time, and you know that time is the most valuable commodity. And if we don't have, if we have to clock in and out, and if your boss and your you know, your company decides when you can take a break, when you can go to the bathroom, when you can see your family, when you can do this. And I've personally know people that had funerals that their parent or someone in their family had passed away, and their company says, you only have 2 hours to go to that funeral. After that, you got to be back, or else you lose your job. I mean, there are people that are out there. I know it sounds horrific, but there's so many things out there, and so many people out there that are, they're looking to impact their lives. And by us playing small, and by you not maybe saying yes, not saying this, you know, what, ask yourself to, in a couple of questions. One, what if, you know, this can do for your bank account and for your freedom what it's done for Louisa? What if it can do for your body what it's done for Robbie, what it's done for Abby, right? What if this is the solution? I personally didn't know anything about network marketing, just like Louisa said. I didn't know anything. I've done my research on nutrition. I've done my research on, you know, going to the gym and working out. But when it came down to it, I realized it's just too much to know. This company has put everything together, has built it, made it simple, made it convenient. It gets delivered to your door, just like Louisa says. You just put the stuff in your body, and all of a sudden you're like, this feels amazing. Like, I don't remember feeling this good, right? So now more than ever, we are in an economy, in a company, in a time. Our company has gone 100% up since last year this time. 100%. How many companies do you know out there that are doing that during this crisis? We're helping people through this crisis get healthier and not compromise their health. We're helping them put food on their table. Maybe whether it's isogenics, or whether it's, you know, they have the extra income to buy, you know, their meals and their stuff for, you know, extra food that they like to eat, right? You know, you can't eat at the restaurant anymore. I've saved a lot of money, just saying, because we can't go out and eat anymore, right? So it's like, here's what I want you to do next. I want you to reach out to the person that invited you to this call. I want you to say, you know what? I believe that this product can do this for me as well. I want you to believe it in your heart before you even go ahead and say yes to this company. I want you to say, what if this is for me? Because that's what we say. Oh, Australia went up by 300%. Thanks, Debbie. And Canada was what, 100, like 200 or something? 200%, right? It's international. It's crazy. I mean, we have business. Our team has business in, like, I don't know how many freaking countries, and it's just, I know someone, I helped, like Debbie helped me. I helped someone in Florida, who helped someone in Canada, who helped someone in Australia, who helped someone in England. That's all there is. We're recommending, we're sharing with you what has impacted our lives. And it's up to you if you want to stay stuck where you're at and you want to keep doing what you've been doing. And like I asked you earlier, if you keep doing what you've been doing, where will you be in a year from now? Where will you be in 5 years from now? And who's going to be hurt in the process? Because I know, as a mom, and to all the moms out there and dads out there, I know that if I'm not healthy, my kids are suffering. Because if I don't do what I need to improve my health, I won't be around to play with to walk, you know, to be there for their wedding, to be there for their graduation, to be there for their, you know, birth of their child or whatever it might be. So I'm not just hurting myself, my physical body, I'm hurting my entire family, right? And if I can't afford to pay my bills, and if I can't afford to put food on my children's table, which I've been there before, or I've fed them, I didn't eat. I fed them because I had enough just to feed them, and I ate the leftovers, and most of the time there was no leftovers, right? What if there's someone out there that you know that's going through that right now? What if you can help them? Isagenix can do that for you. It's done that for me. It's done that for Louisa. It's done that for all of us. You can go to isabestyou.com and you can watch some of the recordings, the past stories. We have people that have lost 100 pounds. We have people that have lost 400 pounds. We have people that have just made, you know, hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands. And we have people that have made millions. We have Jimmy Smith's made over like 50 some millions with his family in this company, right? How many lives do you think that man has impacted? This is not about how much money he has in his bank account. Every dollar that he has made represents a life he has changed in a way or another, whether it's physically or financially or emotionally, or we're here in this together. And if you're looking for a family, you're in the right place. If you're looking for a company that is gonna stand behind you 100%, this is it. If you're looking to be in a business for yourself but not by yourself, this is it. Get back to the person that got you in on. I didn't go over the different products. I didn't go over the packs because our stories were just too impactful today. But I know, guys, from the bottom of my heart that, oh, something I need to tell you. It's 100% money back guaranteed. So what do you have to lose? Like, there's no brainer, right? I forgot the most important part. Like, oh, well, I don't know if I can invest. Yeah, right. It's money back guaranteed. You got nothing to lose. So go ahead, reach back, like Louisa said, to the person that got you on this call or that got you to watch this replay or live or whatever it is. We're here together. My mom would always say, you know, be a hand and when needed, a fist. I feel like that's what we are. I mean, like, we're a hand with like thousands of fingers, but together we're a fist. And that's what it is. And I am so blessed to be part of this group and this team and this company. Thank you guys so much for taking the time and for being here with us. I love you, and I cannot wait for you to join us on our team. I'm gonna stop the recording. Here you go, stop the recording.